Uh, Obviously, like, you're a clan that stayed over from Div 5 last season. What do you think of, like, the new teams that have, formed and are playing for, have come up from, like, Div 6 this season? Give me sort of, like, a layout of what you think of the division.
I was just going to say, all the divisions look really tight this season. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's actually a bit interesting because 2166, the old team that I played with, were in Div 5 previously, and we're coming back with a shuffled roster for this one. And it's actually going to be quite interesting to see how we can, actually play to the division. Right now, I think we only have training to get us to our maximum potential, and it's quickly going to ramp up as the season gets hotter.
Do you have anything to add, Sisky, or is that pretty much fine?
It's a nice community, and Div 5-6, you get to see the same players around, and they're all pretty friendly folks.
I definitely had to second that. I only started speaking to many of the teams in our division this week, and they're really friendly guys. Like, I was really surprised by how easy they were to talk to, how good they were to communicate to.
Fuck you, Hawks.
Ugh.
Alright, next question. Tell me a bit about your clan history. Like, where did you come from? How did you form? Etc. etc.
I think I'll let Sisky answer that first.
Well, Javy, Kobe, and Caper were from 2166, and after a little bit of a player reshuffle, they wound up looking for a new, the Pocket and Demo, and I decided I would leave Medic for a little while to kind of pick up Demo, and it was a really nice kind of team to start with. And I'd been in a team with Hawks before, so that was pretty fun, and then we picked up Maxi because we needed a scout.
Disclaimer, I'm a terrible pocket and Javy puts up with me. I love him for it.
I feel like we have a good relationship that way. I put up with you, you abuse me all the time by jumping away.
You're gonna give him abandonment issues.
What can I say? I'm a single child.
In terms of how we got together, pretty much all of 2166 is still together. A lot of the backups that we have on our on our roster right now are from 2166 because of unique commitments. They had to take a backseat from the core. Sisky and I, we've known each other for some time, and Hawks is, one of our play buddies. Yeah, Sisky and I are bros from way back. So it just made sense for Sisky and Hawks to join us. I'm already comfortable with them, and it's just very easy to play with them nowadays.
It's a really cool kind of foundation to start a team on, because we have the whole 2166 community around us, and they're still around, and it's really nice to have a whole lot of backups, so we're happy to play.
Alright, I'll move on to the next question then. Tell me about your core six. Who are your players? What do they play, etc.?
Do you mind, Sisky, if I talk about Cabe, Kobe, and myself?
Yeah, go nuts.
And you talk about Maxi, Hawk, and yourself?
Okay.
Okay, if I were to talk about our core six, three of us are old hands. We've been playing together for about 1 year, since September last year. At the time, we were in a team 2166, led by Havoc. And the three guys I'm talking about, Caber, Kobe, and myself, we were pretty much right there from the start. I'll start with Kobe. He's a fantastic player. I remember when I was playing Pocket for 2166, this guy, Kobe, was introduced to me as one of our backups. And when we were just messing around in MG one day... Fuck you, Hawks.
Damn it.
I'm doing one per question. I'm keeping up, don't worry.
When I first met Kobe on MG, this one I was playing a core Pocket role. The guy just outclassed me in MG, soldier versus soldier. And I was like, God damn it, kid. You got skill. I'm gonna get kicked out in favor of you. But he's such a nice guy. He's moved from being a backup into a core player, and now he's focusing on scout. I'm just so happy to see how good he is and versatile at playing any role that he needs to. I think he definitely is growing, especially with more and more feedback as we watch more demos, and he gets a better, more concise understanding of what the scout role takes.
Like a plant.
Like a plant that we're just showering with the sunshine.
Like kills medics all the time.
As for Caber, I can't praise this guy enough. He plays with us, I think. He's a quiet guy, but I think he plays with us because I have to assume, because he likes us, and we like him.
He's a man with few words and many kills.
Yeah, I have to be honest. Some of his plays are division above Div 5. The way he plays is actually sometimes astonishing. I haven't seen a player, a Sully, with that much intelligence, game sense, and DM come together in any form in a very long time. And he's just getting better and better as we talk about our team and train up. As for myself, I'm a pretty mediocre medic, and I'm just getting better because Sisky has so much medic experience that she's actually helping me improve on the fly during scrims, during games, because she can directly give me feedback.
I'm just a Nazi, that's all.
And she's a bit of a nutty. Do you want to take it over, Sisky?
Yeah, well, Hawks and I played in Team Prime for its short little lifespan, which is pretty fun, and then we played Diablo 3 together before we realised it was an awful game. And, yeah, we both wound up in featuring and played for a time there, and we wound up here. So, we've been and done a few things. As for Magsy, I met him through featuring as well, and we were looking for a reliable kind of scout that we knew would stick around to improve, and he seemed like the best option, so we nabbed him before anyone else.
I'm gonna say also about Magsy. I only played with him starting yesterday after the transfer windows were finalized, and we played with him for our first scrim on Monday. I've known the guy for all of 1 month, and he's been a pleasure to talk to on Steam. Every time I've organized scrims with his old clan Ham, he's just been friendly, upbeat, clear in his way of talking as well as personable. So I was really happy when Sisky and Hawks just said, grab Maxi, transfer him. And playing that scrim with him last night, first time we ever played together, was fantastic. He just picks up his roles. He clearly knows what he's doing. He's more than just a friendly face. Very pleased to have picked up Maxi.
In before he wins best, most improved player of Div 5.
Yeah,
definitely.
So all up, I'd say we're a friendly Div 5 team held together by the smoothness of Javy's voice.
He melts hearts and a lot of ears. He probably should yell at us, especially him being my medic. I don't think he yells at me enough. I've been in a few clans with a few rages, such as Midas and a couple others, and it was great playing with them because he'd shout at you and it'd sort of make you listen more. Whereas Javy's just, I don't know, I feel like I should take my clothes off and give myself to him instead of kill people.
I'm pretty sure I started to get a bit rough with you when you were chasing that heavy yesterday.
Yeah, you did get a little bit angry at me. It was a bit stupid.
He yells at you because he loves you.
I know. But I actually listened.
I think that's pretty much it for that question, Tom.
Alright, yes, this is a more opinionated question, I guess. Who do you feel is going to be the standout, breakout team this season? Going to really impress everyone?
You know what? I've been looking at the interview thread before we came on to see you today. And I just realized, I've never really sat down and analyzed the teams, and I realized that every single one of them, everyone in Div 5, has a good chance of making #1 this season.
Nice.
Especially as the OWL season gets, as it progresses, we're going to be seeing people that are
I have no idea who I would put in spot 1, but I just know that they're all great to play against at the moment.
Alright, and finally, do you have any shout-outs before we end this?
I'll go last.
We'll shout back out at Team Mediocre. To Thornberry
just-
for the hints.
He probably timed out.
Okay. We wait for him then? Just like, continue talking.
He does that sometimes.
Wait for him to come back.
Oh yeah, to Team Mediocre, to Thornberry for the help the other night, and to Drake for helping me go through my demos.
Alright, I'll do mine. Shout out to all the admins, Communist, all the people that are doing the interviews, obviously. To Seeker, because he's a fucking amazing man. Javy for recruiting me, my team, all the teams in Div 5.
Your mum?
Disney, yeah, the parents, 420. And Flux, because he's annoying me. But I love him.
And finally, Javy, do you have any shout-outs?
I'd have to say just pretty much everyone that I've been talking to over the last couple of weeks. I've not really been involved in the OzF community until now, where we've just participated for OWL. We're getting more and more involved in our OzFL games simply because OWL is an extension of that, really. And every single person, the admins, the people like you that are doing shoutcasts and interviews, have just been nothing but professional and friendly, and just great people to talk to in general.
Right.
Farsar. Answered so many of my questions.
Oh, shout out to Farsar.
Yeah.
He was... Hopefully he can keep out of jail and we can keep improving. Please put that in, Tom.
Look, I'm not going to edit this at all. It's going to go in and edit unedited.
Oh, yeah.
Partly because
Also,
I'm bad
to
at
Tom
editing.
Berry. He's my brother. I fucking love him.
Big weeaboo.
I think in terms of shoutouts, I definitely need to mention two other people. Aside from Sisky, there have been two other pretty experienced medics who have been happy about giving me tips. The first is Havoc, who started up 2166, in September 2011. And I believe now is playing for, what's the name of the team, Sisky? SPI?
Supremacy.
Supremacy, of course. Who's possibly the biggest mentor I've had. He was the one that got me into medicing. Sisky's keeping up his work by giving me, on-the-fly feedback while we scrim. And there was also Tara from XYZ, who's been more than happy to watch demos with me over the last couple of months.
Shout out to Tara for helping us and also looking good.
And healing me for like 3 months as I blundered into things. If that's it, I'm end it there.